Today on the Landon Harter Show, we have none other than the most boring host in all the land, Landon Harter. Hi guys, I'm Landon Harter. This is the Landon Harter Show, yeah. So here's the problem with the Landon Harter Show today. Last episode was in Hawaii. Hawaii is cool. Hawaii is fun. Hawaii is awesome. Today, the show is not set in Hawaii. Therefore, boring. Yeah, so today's going to be a boring episode. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and tell you what's happening today. So first, we're going to have the Daily Harter, a news segment. I mean, news is kind of boring. Second segment is Think Harder. I mean, that's kind of a serious segment. It's not that funny. Third segment is hashtag not sponsored. Not really a funny segment, but today I think it will be a good segment. Hopefully. And fourth, finally, we have Kooky Commercial, which is supposed to be kooky, funny, you know. Yeah, but here's the problem. Kooky Commercial today is not an insurance commercial. If you've ever watched an insurance commercial, they're always funny. Always. I don't know why insurance is boring, so there's not really much to make funny about insurance. So they just kind of throw in random things, you know? Yeah, which is kind of weird. I guess there's not really much to mark about insurance. It's like, buy this to protect your house, buy this to protect your car, you know? Anyway, but yeah, so it's not an insurance commercial today, so it's not funny. That's just kind of the rule. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's the show today. Oh, and also all those 4 segments, old segments. Not any new ones today. Wow. Not even one new one. I mean, what's so cool about that? Nothing at all. Yeah, boring episode. Anyway, so without further ado, let's go to our first segment, the Daily Harter.
Welcome to the Daily Harter, the home of reliable, but not always exciting news. Now here's your host, Landon Harter.
This is the Daily Harter, the place to get your daily information and Harter hitting facts. I'm your host, Landon Harter, and we are going to go straight into the weather this morning. It seems like the weather this week will be 72 for a high with a low of 70, and it seems that on Tuesday it may get dropped to a low 68. However, it shouldn't get this low as long as nobody messes with the thermostat, because this is the weather for inside the house. Now we're going to get into our morning headlines. It seems that wooden pencils are going extinct. It seems to be this way due to mechanical pencils, ballpoint pens, and possibly even typewriters. We have the full coverage of the story at the Capitol, where Republicans and Democrats are joining to try to find a solution to stop wooden pencils to going extinct. Lena, one of our reporters, was there at the scene. Lena, can you tell what's going on?
I'm Lena Harter, reporting on the scene of the Capitol at Pennsylvania. Behind me, a meeting is going on between 2 parties, the left-handed and the right-handed. They're discussing the topic of wooden pencils going extinct. The left-handed party would like to save these wooden pencils and switch to mechanical pencils and pens and stick all the wooden pencils in a zoo. The right-handed party, on the other hand, is very against this. They would rather keep wooden pencils and go to the extent of cutting every single tree down before they switch to mechanical pencils. This discussion is supposed to continue for a couple more weeks. Back to you.
Thank you, Lena, for covering that story. It really is a tragedy that wooden pencils are going extinct. I cannot imagine my life without them. I think my life would be totally different if I did not have wooden pencils. Now we're going to go into the realm of sports. We have Lily, who is going to cover the story today.
I'm Lily Harter, reporting from Furball Stadiums, where the menacing mountain lions and the fierce felines have just completed the big game. I am interviewing Giselle, the star player of the fierce felines. Well, Landon, wasn't that just a heart-touching statement? Back to you.
Thank you, Lily, for covering that game. I am just super glad that the Furious Felines have finally beaten the menacing mountain lions. And I know I'm not supposed to put my opinion here, but I'm just super glad that they did. And I think that they can take on your team, too. If you don't think that the Furious Felines can beat your team, then you are wrong. You are dead wrong, and I feel... Anyway, back to the morning news. It seems that in the world of finances, most people think the way to make money is to buy lots of stocks, gold, silver, or even just getting a job. But it seems that one young man has figured out a different way to make money. We're going to go to him right now.
gummy bears.
Well, you heard him, folks. That is the way to make a profit. If you don't believe him, just try it for yourself. This has been the Daily Harder. If you want to watch more Daily Harder, come back daily for more hard-hitting facts and daily news. I'm your host, LANDON HARTER, and it's been a great day. Thank you for watching.
You have just watched the Daily Harder. Please return again for more exciting, normal, or boring news. Again, come back soon.
Well, I hope you liked that segment. I mean, it was kind of boring, news. It's always boring, Anyway, if you did find it interesting, maybe this next one will seem boring to you, okay? This is Think Harder. It's always serious. It's always about some serious topic that I'm just kind of rambling on about. That's pretty much how it goes. But hopefully you get something good from it. If you're still watching this episode, I already told you it's going to be a boring episode, so I'm hoping that you already know that. But if you're watching still, try to get what you can get out of this next segment, Think Harder. This is the Think Harder podcast, the podcast where we think harder about life's problems. Today on the podcast, I want to talk about being genuine. But before I do that, I want to be genuine myself. So I am speaking into a mic that is not plugged up into anything. It has to have a wire to work. There's no wire hooked up. So I'm just speaking into essentially it's a fake mic. I'm just projecting my voice loud enough where the camera that I'm videoing with can hear me. That is what is happening. Second, I'm wearing a fake headset. Well, real headset, also not connected to anything, so therefore basically fake. Third, I have this cool looking mug. It's not a fake mug. It actually has stuff in it, but what it is just water. So there's nothing super cool in there. Water. Okay, so with ice. It also has ice. So I was being genuine. I was being real. I was being honest. That's what I was being. And that is what genuine, in a sense, is. So, first thing, you have to be honest. That's what being genuine is. Being honest. It's being honest about who you are to others. That's when you interact with others. You can't put on a show. You have to be who you are. Because if you're not, you're lying. You're making up this fake figure that you're pretending to be. So whenever you interact with people, you have to be honest to them about who you are. You can't pretend that you're somebody else. You can't do things that you wouldn't normally do. You want to do things. You want to pretend to like the things that you don't like. You would just say, if they ask you something, you would just be, yeah. Or if you don't like it, just say, no. It's pretty simple. You just have to be honest. That is the first step of being genuine, is always be honest about who you are to others. Now, when you're being yourself, when you're being honest to others about who you are, you also need to realize that it's not just being honest to them. You also need to be honest to yourself. So when you wake up, when you go to the mirror, brush your teeth, I hope you brush your teeth. You should brush your teeth. If you don't, you should probably start doing that. Anyway, so when you go into your bathroom and look in the mirror, you see yourself, or the reflection, and you look at it and you say, you know what? I can improve something about this person. That's being honest, because nobody's perfect. You have some room where you can improve. Okay, so that is the first thing. Once you are honest with others, or really that should take place before you're honest with others, as you need to be honest with yourself. Say, this is what I need to do to improve. So be honest with yourself and be honest with others. That's basically what being genuine is. Now, what it is not faking it. There's a popular saying, I don't know if you've heard it or not. I heard it, I think, my freshman year in high school. Fake it till you make it. Okay, that's a terrible saying, because you should not be faking something. Because if you fake it, you are not actually doing it. You are just looking like you're doing it so you can make a grade. Or so if you write a paper and you're just kind of faking the paper, you're just kind of taking the things that sound good and putting it in there, you get the grades, teacher grades everything. Teacher thinks you understand. You're faking it. You're essentially lying. You're lying is what you're doing. You're acting like you understand a concept that you don't really understand. Now that's in life. You can kind of fake things. You can kind of make it seem like you understand things, but a lot of times, if you're faking it like that, you don't. And if you're faking it, you do not understand what's happening. You do not appreciate what's happening. Like, you can go somewhere and you can, like a restaurant, and you can fake being nice to the waiter. And you might say, well, I am being nice to the waiter. Okay, are you? Are you actually being nice? Are you actually thinking nice thoughts to the waiter? Or are you just putting the tip there because it's impressing your friends? What are you doing? What is your motive? That brings me to doing everything with your whole heart. If you're not doing it wholeheartedly, there's some portion of you that is faking it. When you know something is right, you need to put your all into it. When you know that you should get a homework assignment done, you should put your all into it. You should say, okay, I am getting this homework assignment done, and I'm doing it right. Now, that doesn't mean you have to spend hours upon hours upon hours on one homework assignment. It just to get it perfect, because you have to be real at that point. You have to understand, I can't get it perfect. I have to do it in a reasonable amount of time. When you do a homework assignment in a reasonable amount of time, you have to do it the best that you can. That's what I'm saying. So that's what being genuine is. It's being honest. It's not faking it, and it's doing everything with your whole heart. So last time on the show, I had a caller, and that brought me to the idea of I should have more callers. So we're gonna have a caller right now.
Hi, my name is Bob, and I have a question.
Hello, Bob. What is your question?
Yeah, I heard you like ducks, and why?
Yeah, you heard correctly. I do like ducks. Yes, ducks are cool. And the reason I like ducks is because 1, they're just so cute. 2, they have cool feathers. 3, they can swim. 4, they can fly. I mean, that's like a double. Like 3, they can swim and fly. So I guess just number 3. I guess this is number 3. If you're putting these down to points, 1, 2, 3, that's just number 3. And then number 4, and finally, ducks are awesome. That's all I have to say for ducks. You have just watched Think Harder. I mean, if you liked it or listened, I guess it's a podcast. I guess you were kind of listening. Anyway, podcast. You listen to podcasts? Well, so this next segment, hashtag not sponsored, is actually about a podcast. So I think you should listen, watch this next segment. Hopefully it's not too boring. So there you go. Hashtag not sponsored. This is hashtag not sponsored, the segment where I am hashtag not sponsored by a product, service, or something else. And today I'm hashtag not sponsored by a podcast, The Tales of Zeke and Elliot. So The Tales of Zeke and Elliot, it's a cool podcast about frogs. 2 frogs that live in a pond, and so there's a whole community around this pond, and throughout the episodes, they learn different Christian values, and that is what this podcast is, a Christian kids podcast, or should I say pondcast, because it's about frogs. Get it? Pondcast. I didn't make that up. Somebody else did. Anyway, so basically, it's entertainment that's good, wholesome, and fun. That's pretty much what the goal is. So the podcast, it was created by people named the Frog Ladies. I mean, I didn't dub them that. Somebody else did. So I actually met these people at a conference. They kind of spoke a little bit, and they shared part of their episode before it released, because this just came out. I mean, if you're watching this episode like years later than it, but if you're watching this episode right when I posted, there are currently 2 episodes, and I listened to both, and they're pretty good. And also, I listened to one when I was at this conference that is not out yet. It will be released sometime later. The Frog Ladies had me and some other people help with some voices, and that's pretty cool. So the voices I helped with are going to be in the 2nd season, which is going to be sometime next year, scheduled to be. And I was just an unnamed character, and then some background noise. Me and some other guys, we were like talking in the background. That way it could be like a restaurant noise or something. But I still think it's pretty cool, and it really made me want to hear the podcast more. So I did that. I listened to one today, and then I listened to one just a little bit last week. So being part of that, I feel like it's just my duty to share this podcast with others. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am not sponsored by them. They did not know this was going to happen, because they probably don't even know that hashtag not sponsored, this segment even exists. So therefore, you should go watch The Tales of Zeke and Elliot. Thank you for watching that hashtag not sponsored. I hope you enjoyed it. It was probably the best segment of this episode, honestly, because all the others are pretty much boring. This next segment, as I said, it's a kooky commercial. Commercials are boring, okay? So if you find this interesting, it might be weird. But I do think, if you are still watching this far, you're going to watch this commercial and you're going to buy this product. Okay? Actually, I think you're probably already buying this product, and this commercial is just going to make you want to buy it more. I think so. Anyway, so whether the commercial is that interesting or not, I think it still is going to work. So that's why we're going to go to it right now. Without further ado, kooky commercial.
Do you have lots of problems? Do you need solutions to these problems? Do you wish there was one solution that would fix all of these problems? Well, now there is. Try the disposable for every roll.
Hi, my name's LANDON HARTER, and today I'm going to show you why you should buy a disposable for every roll. Now the disposable for every roll, guess what? It's for all of your problems, for every single problem. Yes, for every single problem. And it comes in a little cool roll. And the other thing is, once you use a piece of the for every roll, it's disposable. Look at that. I didn't even have to do anything. Let's do it again. Take a piece. Disposable. Look, never have to see it again. Whoa, isn't that great? The thing with this disposable every roll is that you can use it for a lot of things. You can use it as a tablecloth. Wow, you can use it as wallpaper. Wow, you can even use it as a tissue. Look at that. It has so many uses. It can even be used as a toy. Wow, it can be used for confetti, for birthday parties. Wow, it's the most amazing thing you will ever buy. So today, buy your disposable for every roll.
Call now to receive not 1, but 2 disposable forever rolls. And if you call now, we're actually going to double the offer. 4 disposable forever rolls. You know what? We're going to double it again. 8 disposable forever rolls for the same exact price as 1. Yes, 8 disposable forever rolls. Call now to receive a disposable forever roll for just $25.99 plus shipping and handling. Call 555-555-5555 to get your disposable forever roll today. Must be 18 years old or older to order.
Buy a disposable for every roll today. Thank you for watching that cuckoo commercial. Even though I said it was going to be boring, I really do hope you enjoyed it, because if you didn't, you wouldn't still be watching now. So I'd be speaking in front of a camera for no reason. Yeah. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed it, because then I'm just weird. I mean, I am weird, but that would just make me even... Anyway, you understand. So thank you for watching that segment. Thank you for watching the Landon Harter Show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the Landon Harter Show, keep watching. If you've already watched all the episodes, hope you all get an episode out soon, and you can watch the next one. So if you enjoyed it, keep watching. If you don't, leave. That's pretty much it. Okay, so thank you for watching this one, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye.